Good morning. Welcome to my living room. This is my home. I usually do these videos in my office, but today I'm going to do it here in my living room. Well, I guess I won't do that. So I want to answer a question today, and I want to answer a question that was asked to me by one of our members. And so oftentimes when I get asked a question regarding fitness, for one, I know that just if one person's asking the question, there's 10 people behind them that aren't asking the question, right? So I always have this little, it's almost a frustration, right? When someone asks me a question, because I'm like, gosh, I want to give you this value by answering this question, but I also want to share with others because I know others are struggling with the same thing. And it is really my mission in life. What's up, Kenny Parrish? How are you, brother? It's always my mission in life to help other people and to empower other people. And I really feel that when I have that ability, that I need to share it. And so what I want to do today is I want to share with you guys this. So the question was this, like, hey, I'm getting negative results, or I'm not getting the results I want to get, right? So, and that could go in many ways, but I want to focus kind of on weight for now in this one. Hey, Nikki, good to see you. Hey, I'm going to focus on weight on this live video. I don't like weight. I don't like looking at the number, weight, and whatnot, but I do understand that people don't want excess body fat on their bodies. And I do understand that it's a struggle for some people to lose weight. And sometimes when that number goes in the wrong direction, that's not what we want, right? We want that number you want to be a better weight. It's an arbitrary number, and I don't want to get into that today, but what I do want to do is I want to share with you 7 questions that you need to ask yourself. If you are already working hard to lose weight, right? So your goal is to lose weight, lose body fat, look better, feel better, perform better, right? That's your goal. You want to be better, okay? You want to have that goal. And so, but you're not getting those results. So the scenario that I had presented to me, and this is very common, I'm not going to say who it was, doesn't matter, was, hey, I went to the doctors, I'm X number of pounds heavier now than I was before, and I come to the gym and I do my thing and I'm trying to lose weight. That's a challenge for people. That causes quitting, right? So when you do X, Y, and Z for a certain period of time to expect to get a result of A, right? A, B, C, X, Y, Z, whatever. You expect to get a result, you don't do it. You're like, well, what I'm doing isn't working, right? And oftentimes it's part of the puzzle. So here's the thing. The human body, right? First of all, people don't know. People don't understand. There's a reason that people do so many different things and that we're not all skinny and healthy and fit, right? There's a reason we're not all like that because everybody's different. Everybody's going to react differently. You might have 2 people that are both 100 pounds overweight and each goes and walks for 10 minutes a day. One person loses 50 pounds, one person doesn't, right? It's just the way it is. Our bodies are so different. So we have to operate in generalities. So what that means is that we have to operate in generalities. So we do certain things and then allow our bodies to do what our bodies are going to do. Okay, does that make sense? So our bodies need to be supported. Our bodies need to be supported from the inside out. We've got to give our bodies what they need to do what they're going to do. The FedEx guy must be here. Shut up. So that being said, I have 7 questions here I have written down. Hey, quiet. You just can't deliver. You can't deliver a package to my house. Hey, dog. Ruby, come here. It's the FedEx guy. All right, so 7, what's up, Melinda? What's up, Dave? 7 questions you can ask yourself. Now, I'll give you a little insight to this. The answer should be yes, okay? Now, if the answer is no, that means there's a deficiency in somewhere, and this is someplace you need to take a look at. Because weight loss is not just less calories in, more calories out. I'm sorry. It's not just less calories in. It's not a caloric deficit. That's not weight loss, okay? Anybody that tell you that, it doesn't understand the scope of this whole thing. So you need to look at different areas. So if you're not getting results, you need to ask yourself these questions. Number 1, do I live a stress-free life? And I made this one number 1 on purpose. If you have stress in your life, if you are stressed out or frazzled or whatever you want to call it, right? You cannot lose body fat. You cannot be healthy. You will not be healthy. So the stressed out people will never be healthy. So if you're living a life where you have a lot of stress in your life, for whatever reason, whatever it is, everybody's different. your body's not going to be healthy and fit, because your body is going to, one of the things your body does when it's feeling stress is it latches on to body fat, and it wants to hold on to body fat. You can't shed body fat if you have a lot of stress in your life. You just can't do it, right? And I'm not going to, I mean, this whole video is not going to be, I could literally talk for 2 hours about eliminating stress. I'm not going to do that, but I want you to take a look at the stressors in your life. We're going to take a look at the stress in your life. So if you have a goal and you want to be here and you're here, in between is all these stressors, you need to eliminate them so you can bring your goal closer to you, okay? So do you have a stress-free life? Am I sleeping enough? Or do I, the first one, do I live a stress-free life? This is kind of the first person. Am I sleeping enough? That's vitally important as well. So again, if you're sleeping 4, 5, 6 hours a night and you're tired all the time and you're just putting in more and more coffee or eating Spark or whatever to try to wake yourself up, that's not productive long-term for you being healthy. So am I sleeping enough? Number 3, do I eat enough food? Are you eating enough food? Again, when you have these problems, like, so in other words, I say, hey, am I sleeping enough? If the answer is no, well then that's a little bit of the puzzle, a little piece of the puzzle, okay? Like, think about this, like you have a car, right? So you have 4 wheels on a car and you have an engine, all this stuff, right? A great example is this morning, I'm driving my car and I'm gonna go drop Teresa off. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. I got that light, right? I have a light on, right? Now, why is that light on? Whatever, I'll just drive, the light's on. And I'm like, why is the AC not working, you know? And then all of a sudden I'm like, why is the car turning off? You know, so my car died. I needed a new battery. So I went and got a new battery and put it in. And of course that didn't fix it. So now it's at the car fix place and I walked home, I'm here without a car. Anyway, that being said, I can't just say, oh, I got a new battery, now my car is perfect. It's like I can't say, well, now I have no stress, I'm gonna be perfect. Or I'm gonna eat, you know, all these different things that go together. So I need that new battery, right? But I think I might need a new alternator too, right? I need good tires. I need, your body's very much like that. You need all these different things to function properly. So do I eat enough food? Now, you notice it didn't say you might eat too much food. I 100% believe, hey bud, I believe 100%. If you don't believe that, I believe that. I just said it 10 times. That not eating enough food is a bigger problem for people losing weight than eating too much food, okay? That doesn't make sense, but it's true. Most people think like, oh, I'm doing fine. I don't ever eat. I skip breakfast every day. You know, that just doesn't work. So you need to eat enough food. You need to eat enough food. You need a good breakfast, snack, lunch, dinner, snack, all these food. You need to eat consistent food. It all goes with part, it's all part of the process, okay? So not eating enough food is vital. And I know multiple people I've talked to, multiple people I've been like working with, talking to, they said, oh yeah, you know, I eat light breakfast, or I don't want to eat much. And then all of a sudden there's an 8-hour gap where I don't have food. That's not good, okay? Number 4, am I taking supplements? Supplements can help you. It doesn't do everything for you. I bought a new battery, put it in my car still doesn't work. Just because I have a brand new $160 battery, I don't know why they're so expensive, but doesn't mean that everything's now gonna work. I can't just take a supplement and make myself better. It's one of the pieces of the puzzle. I highly suggest a cleanse. Highly suggest a cleanse if you're trying to lose weight and you're having struggles. Because a lot of times as we get older, or I shouldn't say a lot of times, all the times we get older, after the age of 18, our bodies don't absorb food as well at 25 as it is 18, and it gets worse as we go along. So that being said, when we've got kind of things stuck in there, we need to kind of cleanse them out. So cleansing helps a lot. And there's other supplements too, just basic multivitamins, omegas, things like that, that are going to help the process, okay? One of the things that I do as a competitive athlete at 45, you know, I'm pretty hard on my body, so I take some joint type supplements as well, and that helps out my elbows and shoulders and all that stuff because I get tired from working out a lot. But again, piece of the puzzle. Number 5, am I exercising with consistency, intensity, variety? Here's what this is a 3-parter. Number 1, consistency. If you go to the gym twice a week and that's exercise to you, you're not getting it done. You're just not getting it done. Exercise is something that our bodies need every single day of our lives. We need to get tired. We need to breathe heavy. If you're not sweating and getting tired every single day, well, then you're not going to lose that body fat that you don't want. You're not going to be healthy. You're not going to get fit. What does that mean? That means you need to be consistent, okay? That means you need to exercise every day. Does that mean 7 days a week? No, it means most every day, right? If you miss a day, take a day off, that's perfectly fine. I take 2 days off a week for my exercise. Now, it doesn't mean I don't do stuff. I mean, I had to walk where my car broke down to where I could buy a battery, right? So that was probably a quarter mile or so. But then I had to walk back carrying the stupid battery. They're heavy, and I did it unbroken. Take that. It's like a quarter mile, one arm, switch arm back and forth. And then I had to walk home. So I'm probably going to end up walking 3 or 4 miles today, plus carrying a battery for a quarter mile. But anyway, I'm active. You know, on Sundays I don't exercise per se. But last Sunday, like I hiked for 6 miles. And so I got out and did something. But you need to exercise consistency. Intensity. You need to get really tired every single day. If exercise to you doesn't involve getting out of breath, it's not exercise. You're kidding yourself, okay? And then variety. So you need to do different things. A discussion I had with a person that was concerned about having gained weight from doctor's appointment. I said, you need to take on your days off, and if you're not going to go to the gym, whatever, you need to do some interval training, okay? By intervals, I know it's not super high tech type thing. It's like, hey, go jog for a minute, walk for a minute, do that 10 times, or go for a long walk, like an hour long walk or something. But you need to have variety. You need long, steady cardio, distance, whatever you want to call it. I don't like using the word cardio, but just whatever, like your hikes or whatever, or walks or bike rides, whatever. That's good. You need interval training, you need weight training, you need a variety of things. So am I exercising with consistency, intensity, and variety? That was question 5. Number 6, am I avoiding, like the plague, fads and shortcuts, okay? Fads, what's a fad diet? Keto diet, right? Or South Beach, or whatever, paleo, all these fad things we want to call it. I'm doing keto, and basically all that really means is someone just wants people to know that they're doing something, but they're really not. They're just kind of pretending, or they might do it for a week or whatever. But those type of things are not sustainable. There's also lots of different diets and programs out there that work. Something like paleo is great. I mean, we eat that way basically, but it's really more about variety and more about doing the right things. Again, it's not 100%. I mean, again, learning how to eat properly is something that is a much bigger topic. I just want to kind of get you started going in the right direction. Shortcuts as well. I mean, people are like, oh, I'm going to do Zumba, or I'm going to do Pilates, or I'm going to do this. This is easier. I'm going to try this. I have a new program, a new thing. 6 exercises for abs. None of that crap works. It's just shortcuts. This is you looking for shortcuts. Okay, so don't have that mindset, that mentality. Don't have that shortcut mentality. You need to have the mentality, hey, I'm going to work hard. I'm going to do something. I'm going to do it for the rest of my life. This isn't working. I'm going to try harder. Right? Okay. Am I avoiding? In other words, we want the answer to this. We want all the answers of these 7 to be yes. And if those are all the answers, then you're going to get on the right track. But if there are some no's in there, it's a good place to start. What's up, Kathy? Number 7, are my expectations realistic? Probably not, right? So I've got many, many examples. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus here, but people like, hey, I was 110 pounds in high school. I'm 140 now. I want to lose, whatever. It's stupid. People look at numbers. That's one of the things I talk about a lot, where I want people to avoid looking at the scale specifically, or any numbers for that matter, body fat, scale, all those numbers, because they're not necessarily meaningful to you now versus you 10 years ago, right? They're different numbers. Weight is arbitrary. These different numbers are arbitrary. I go to I did a CrossFit competition a couple weeks ago up in Minnesota, and I looked around and all the guys are 195, 200 pounds, right? I'm like, well, they're all 200 pounds. I need to be 200 pounds, right? So that could be an expectation of mine. I'm not. I'm like 173 soaking wet. It is what it is, right? And you have to not have the expectation. A lot of people get bogged down by specifically Instagram, and they look through here and they're like, oh my gosh, look at how I want to look like that. And I get people sending me pictures like, I want to look like this girl. It's like, why? You look like you. We oftentimes have these expectations of what we're going to look like, what we're going to feel like, how we're going to perform, all these other things. And oftentimes it's just unrealistic. It really is just unrealistic. And so the idea is this. The idea is to develop that healthy lifestyle. And once you develop that healthy lifestyle, these results will come. The body fat will go away. You'll gain muscle. And oftentimes too, if you're 45 years old, that's how old I am, and you've never exercised in your life, and you're 50 pounds overweight, you can't be showing me a picture of some Instagram model that's 23 and say, I want to look like her. I want those abs. No, it's just not going to happen. And your body's no longer able to be like that, right? It's not. One of the conversations Teresa always gives me a hard time is one of the original conversations we had when I was still coach athlete. She was just in my class. She's like, I want abs. I'm like, well, it's going to be harder for you. Because you're 30 at the time and she's got a couple kids. And I'm like, well, this is going to be a challenge. I gave her I didn't tell her she couldn't get abs. She'll probably tell you I told that, but I told her it was going to be harder since she was, no longer 22 without kids. Now she's 30 with kids. It's going to be harder. Now, granted, she's rock hard abs now, but she worked super hard for that, right? So the expectations weren't like I didn't tell her, hey, you get abs right away. And I told her it's going to be hard. And that's what I tell anybody. It's like, hey, it's going to be more of a challenge based on who you are. Somebody that's always been fit and healthy, they're going to have a better body change than someone that hasn't been, right? And so your body change needs to be you. You just need to get a little bit better every day, right? There's no finish line. So So I want to do two things. Go over the 7 questions again real quick, or 3 things. Go over the 7 questions real quick. Share with you a little bit of insight into kind of what this all means, and then kind of share with you an idea how I can help you. So first of all, 7 questions. Ask yourself these questions. If you get an answer of no to multiple of these questions, there's a place to start. Okay, there's a place to start. It's not your answer. There's no answer here, right? I don't have the answers. Nobody does. If someone says they have all the answers, they're lying to you, trying to sell you something. I don't have all the answers, but I do have a direction you can go, okay? Number 1, do I live a stress-free life? Number 2, am I sleeping enough? Number 3, do I eat enough food? Number 4, am I taking supplements? I'm taking appropriate supplements. Am I exercising with consistency, intensity, and variety? Am I avoiding fads and shortcuts? Are my expectations realistic? Okay? Metabolism, yes, that's a word, that's a long $2 word. I don't know what that means. Yes, metabolism. You can change that, by the way. So those are 7 questions. Last thing I want to say is this. So I was thinking about this. One of my groups of friends from high school had a little email thread about the world record, the marathon being set, right? So it's hard to say with something like a world record, a marathon, or the mile, any of these world records for distance running, right? Of course it can be broken. So the marathon record's now 201 something. It was 207, 206, 201. Can a guy next year run a second faster? Of course. Why not? Of course. Could a guy run 2 seconds faster? Of course. But at what point, there's no ending point. In other words, like the maximum is this. There's always gonna be that 1/10, one little bit faster. That's you. That's you. You could always be just a little more fit. So if you look at something, I wanna look like that. That may not even be possible. It's like someone saying, I want to do a 1 hour and 30-minute marathon. Is that possible? No. I want to look like that 22-year-old Instagram model. Is it possible? No. I want to get 1 second faster for the marathon. Yes, that's possible. For you, look in the mirror. I want to look a little better. I want to feel better. I want to do just a little bit better. My bench press is 235. I want to bench press 240. Always just look for that little improvement in you, and you're gonna get great results long term. That's healthy, fit lifestyle. That's the fit life. So that being said, if you do want to kind of look at some of this and get a little help from me, I am more than willing to help you out. The way you can do it, the way you can get involved in our programs, you have 2 options. Number 1, if you're close to us, so you live here in Tavares, Florida, and you're not part of our gym, join our gym. Come check out our gym. It's perfectly free to try. You want to try to come to class, you can come twice, whatever. And I could explain to you how the membership works and be part of our community, right? We have a private Facebook group. We have lots of different things we do there with our gym members. The other part of it, if you're not quite local here and you can't come see us like that, you can purchase supplements from us, because that's one of the things we do. We distribute supplements. We distribute AppCare supplements. So they're really the best supplements that are out there, and they will help you with your plateaus. They'll help you with getting more fit. They'll help you with some of these. And if you do that, I'd be glad to kind of do a deeper dive with you in terms of these 7 questions where you are struggling, where you have issues, and I can give you some strategies to help to kind of dig out of that. I can tell you right now, when I look at all 7 of these questions, my answers to each of these questions are yes. And I'm also 45 in the best shape of my life, and I feel, look, everything is 100% where it can be. And there's not even, I obviously want to get better, but there's not one place where I'm not the best I could possibly could be for me, right? There's better people out there. There's faster, better looking people out there than I am. But for me, I'm as high as I can possibly be. So that being said, if you want some guidance from me on that, I'm more than willing to do that. So I'll help you out. And the best place to start, of course, is to get a cleanse. If you can get a cleanse, that'd be a great place to start. So in any case, I went a long time, but I want to share that bit of value with you. If you did get value, or you're on here listening still, and you're like, wow, this is great stuff, please click share. Click the share button. It's pretty simple. It's down below. Click share, and I will be very grateful. That way some more people can get some value out of this. Also put these 7 questions down in the comments below. And if you're just joining here like Amy and Crystal, you got to go back and watch the beginning. Sorry, I'm done. So thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you. Have yourself a fantastic day, and I will see you on the flip side.